Each year, thousands of people from countries all over the world move to Manitoba, finding in this Canadian province new jobs and careers, friendly communities, and affordable family living. The Manitoba Provincial Nominee Program, or MPNP, seeks recent graduates, skilled workers, business people, and their families with the intention and ability to successfully settle and economically establish in Manitoba as permanent residents. Manitoba makes it easy to immigrate and settle in the province. There are two categories under this stream: the MPNP for skilled workers in Manitoba and skilled workers overseas. The MPNP for skilled workers in Manitoba nominates applicants who have a strong connection to the province through ongoing employment and sufficient skills, education and training, work experience and official language proficiency to make an immediate and ongoing contribution to the Manitoba economy and its community. Ongoing Manitoba employment means that a Manitoba company has offered you a long-term, full-time job after you have completed at least 6 months of continuous full-time employment with that company as a temporary foreign worker or international student working graduate. Unlike the other connections to Manitoba in the MPNP, skilled workers in Manitoba are not subject to a points-based assessment. Your employer must demonstrate to the satisfaction of the MPNP that they are an established business with an ability to offer you full-time and long-term employment in Manitoba. Any periods of self-employment, unauthorized work, or periods of employment during which you were engaged in a full-time study will not be included when calculating the periods of qualifying work experience in Manitoba. Self-employed individuals, business owners, owner-operators, and individuals providing services as independent contractors to the business supporting their applications are not eligible to apply as skilled workers in Manitoba, and any work experience in Manitoba gained in those capacities will not be considered when calculating the qualifying period of work in the province. If you graduated from a post-secondary program in another Canadian province and want to apply to the MPNP for skilled workers under this category because you have been offered for a job in Manitoba, to be eligible, you must first have been working for that Manitoba employer for at least 1 year. For temporary foreign workers, the offer of long-term employment must be from the same employer for whom you have been working full-time for the required time period. You must have all qualifications for the position, including training, education, and any other required license or certification. You must have job-ready English. Specifically, you must demonstrate English or French proficiency to fulfill the duties of your job description. Your connection to Manitoba through employment must be stronger than the ties you may have to another province. You must demonstrate in a settlement plan your intention and plan to live, work, and establish your work and family life in Manitoba as a permanent resident. Only graduates of Manitoba post-secondary educational institutions are considered under the International Student Working Graduates. You are eligible if your Manitoba employer offers you a long-term job following at least 6 months of continuous full-time employment on a valid post-graduation work permit. The MPNP for skilled workers overseas nominates applicants who demonstrate an established connection to Manitoba through the support of family members or friends, through previous education or work experience in the province, or through an invitation to apply received directly from the MPNP as part of a strategic recruitment initiative. A Manitoba supporter is an established resident of the province who is a friend or relative of the applicant and is willing and able to review and endorse the applicant's plan for settling and finding employment in their destination community. A Manitoba supporter must be the applicant's close relative or friend or a distant relative. Manitoba experience means that in the past, you lived in the province as a temporary foreign worker or as an international student. The MPNP for skilled workers also regularly issues invitations to apply to qualified candidates who are identified as part of their strategic recruitment initiatives in Manitoba and overseas. Issuance of an invitation to apply is at the sole discretion of the MPNP, and applicants cannot self-select for eligibility with this connection to the province. The second stream under the MPNP is the international education stream. This stream is dedicated to providing international students graduating in Manitoba and meeting the needs of industry faster pathways to nomination. There are three pathways under this stream. First is the career employment pathway. Second is the graduate internship pathway. And the third is the international student entrepreneur pilot. The career employment pathway provides faster nomination pathways for post-secondary students who graduate and find long-term employment in Manitoba in an in-demand occupation consistent with their training. If you meet these conditions, you will be eligible to apply to the MPNP immediately after graduating and obtaining the job offer. The graduate internship pathway provides faster nomination pathways for international student, master, and doctoral graduates through internships contributing to industry innovation in Manitoba. Graduates who complete an accelerate or elevate internship with MITACs in Manitoba can apply to the MPNP immediately after graduation, whether or not they have a job offer. The International Student Entrepreneur Pilot will provide up to 20 international students who have graduated in Manitoba the opportunity to pursue entrepreneurship rather than employment. Once the applicant meets the conditions of their business performance agreement, they are nominated for permanent residence. The third stream under the MPNP is the Business Investor Stream, which allows Manitoba to recruit and nominate qualified business investors and entrepreneurs from around the world who have the intent and ability to start or purchase businesses in Manitoba. Applicants will no longer be required to submit a deposit of 100,000 Canadian dollars to the Manitoba government. There are two pathways under this stream. The entrepreneur pathway for applicants seeking to open a business in Manitoba, and the farm investor pathway for those intending to establish and operate a farm operation in rural Manitoba. The entrepreneur pathway allows Manitoba to recruit and nominate qualified business people from around the world who have the intent and ability to move to Manitoba and establish, purchase a business, or become partners in an existing business within the 24 months of arrival in Canada on a temporary work permit. The farm investor pathway is for individuals with proven farm business experience, sufficient available capital to invest, and who intend to establish and operate a farm operation in rural Manitoba. It is expected that successful applicants of this pathway will establish a farm business in rural Manitoba producing primary products that is consistent with the province's current farm industry. Thanks for watching. My name is Jessica Sabinesio of Fusion Immigration, your pathway to Canada.